Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Just like a lot of boxers aren't, right? Listen, why do I call Terence Crawford a living legend? Why is he a Negro League fighter? Why is he #1 pound for pound? In my opinion, and it should be yours. The man is ridiculously awesome. First of all, he's still undefeated. He's 3-division champ already, undisputed in one of the divisions, try to get undisputed in another division, wants to go up to the next one, even 154 pounds, and he's challenging the very best guy there. You know, a lot of times people just don't want to see this legendary stuff that's happening right before your very eyes. And I always try to say, you know, sometimes when you could say who has he fought and his resume is this and that, it's not that good. Yeah, but for me, by the people, especially people that are talking boxing on a daily and they're not casual fans, it's not who you fought, because you know more details. And when a person is avoided, and it's definitely etched in stone that he's avoided, and it's not just hearsay, then that counts in my pound for pound rankings and how I see him legendary as a legendary fighter, right? And when it comes to Terence Crawford, I always tell you, we know that one of the best fighters ever, and he's in some people's GOAT status, in top 5 GOAT, in Manny Pacquiao. Everyone doesn't want Manny Pacquiao and never did want Manny Pacquiao to fight Terence Crawford, even though they were at the same place at top rank and all of that. Bob Arum tells you he didn't want Manny Pacquiao to get hurt. Freddie Roach said the same thing. Pundits were saying the same thing for Stephen A. Smith, even Teddy Atlas. They don't want Pacquiao to fight this guy, even though he was at 140 pounds and Pacquiao was 147, right? To put this all in perspective, when it comes to Manny Pacquiao fighting the bigger Errol Spence, he wants to do that. He always wanted to do that. His team wanted to do that. They even said, we're relieved that we're fighting Errol Spence instead of Terence Crawford. All of those things I just said, you can Google it. Don't try to act like it's not true. So that's a feather in his cap. When Manny Pacquiao hasn't avoided anybody except for Terence Crawford. There's a reason there. We had trouble in the Errol Spence negotiations, even though big-time money was involved, right? And I told you about that. I don't really care who says this and that. Errol Spence should be chasing him. He's bigger, and he's in your division, and someone's coming up to your division, raising hell with the moniker as the #1 pound for pound and chasing you. I just didn't like that picture. It should be Errol Spence bigger than him saying, I will beat your little ass coming up in my division with talking about #1 pound for pound. And that never happened. So it's just, here we go, right? All these people that just don't want to, you know, not in a rush to fight this guy. And the newest news has been confirmed by the WO president that Virgil Ortiz, someone that has a 100% knockout ratio, was offered this fight twice with Terence Crawford and didn't take it. Undefeated, I knocked out everybody. Virgil Ortiz doesn't accept that as a mandatory. Twice. Now, that's just Terence Crawford. That's why he's the best fighter in the world, period. Now, you know, and Demetrius Andrade is #2. Because the same thing. And this is why I always talk about Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo Alvarez at 160 pounds for undisputed, and the whole boxing industry ignored that. But who didn't ignore that is the other fighters that are Latinos. It's like, oh, Canelo can avoid a guy in his division who's begging to fight him, calling him out, and is obviously an awesome fighter. He could do that and still be called better than that guy. Then why the hell are we fighting people, right? And that's what's happening, especially Mexicans. It's like, shoot, Canelo Alvarez is super famous and rich, and he's not fighting. He never fought this guy. It's a decade now, and the media's just ignoring the other guy. Like Demetrius Andrade is not that good, and who is he fought? Right? So that's why they're doing it. Virgil Ortiz doing this. He's the newest one. Look at Jose Ramirez. He's supposed to fight your boy Regis Prograis, right? He was supposed to go to the WBSS tournament like everybody else did. Him and Maurice Hooker didn't go to the tournament. He didn't. So he's like, I'm supposed to fight Regis Prograis? Nope. I'm supposed to get 35% as is mandatory? No, I'm not doing that, right? He's not fighting him. Isaac Cruz. I'm supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson, coming up to the 135-pound division. Up. And feather-fisted. Isaac Cruz said, I ain't fighting him. Then the next one, William Cepeda. I ain't fighting him, right? It's like, bro, these Mexicans, my amigos, mi amigo, my vamonos, amigos. It's like, what's up with y'all? So, I'm just hoping that the Mexican people just let these people know. Like, guys, you guys are fighters. You're supposed to take these fights. When you're a mandatory, you're supposed to take the damn fight. Not to mention Ryan Garcia. Trying to call Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis a big fight, and Ryan Garcia was Devin Haney's mandatory, and I'm just not fighting him. I'm going to call somebody else out. And I'm still famous afterwards. That's what the issue is. If they were doing that and this stuff were going in the feather of the caps of these brothers who they're ignoring, look at Regis Prograis. The people who ain't fighting them is more famous. Ramirez and Cepeda more famous than Prograis. Ryan Garcia damn near more famous than Devin Haney, right? Shit, Isaac Ortiz, Isaac Cruz, well, he ain't more famous than Stevenson, but he's up there. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, and Virgil Ortiz getting all these props. Nobody even know that he ain't gonna fight Terence Crawford. Another feather in his cap. Man, these brothers, Negro League fighters who I told you, and I mentioned Terence Crawford is one of them. I've been saying it for ages. Demetrius Andrade is one of them as well. Devin Haney is one of them. These boys are awesome. And that they're living legends, in my opinion, because the fighters that don't want to fight him are damn good fighters. Canelo is a damn good fighter. Ryan Garcia is a damn good fighter. Isaac Cruz is good. Jose Ramirez is all right? There's some other ones, just good fighters, just like you ain't. And I didn't even go to Jaime Munguia, who is another one. Jaime Munguia won't fight Demetrius Andrade, been his mandatory since the Flintstones, right? Damn it, your boy here wouldn't fight Charlo neither, who I think Charlo's easier to fight than Demetrius Andrade. Won't fight him either. Still famous and got knockout ratio all day, all day, every day. Knockout ratios, but they won't get in there with these feather-fisted guys. So, brothers, y'all the shit. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all. Excuse my French.